All right. Hi. We'll begin standing at the top of your yoga mat. And you can kind of explore how wide apart you'd like your feet to be. And just kind of tune into this lengthening, this up and down motion, the top of the head, the bottom of your feet. Just finding length without arching your back or overextending anything. And then just breathing here with that for a moment. Noticing how the pelvis stacks over the feet and the shoulders and your head stack over the pelvis as you create length. Again, without extending into the spine, without overextending into the knees. And then from there, notice moving into the spaces on the sides of you, your side body, awareness and attention to both your right side and your left side. So, not just expanding upward, but also moving into the space that is you out to the sides. Take another deep breath here. And then breathe into or move into the space that is also forward and back. Noticing the fronts of your shoulders, your lower back, how you might even hold the side body and your abdomen. Just kind of finding that core center of stability, your you-ness in every single direction. The space that you are so welcome to take up, to hold for you. And then I invite you to kind of begin powering up the legs a little more from the feet to the hips, the way we often talk about. And then from there, engage your core so much that it feels like it might shorten the front side of your body a little bit and lift the hip points up. And it also knits the rib cage together. So really find that squeeze there today. Like a hold that effort there. Lift your arms up. Allow the shoulders to lift up without losing that activity on the front side of your body. Often, when the arms lift up, the rib cage wants to flare and the chest wants to puff up. But hold that stable. Your glutes, your core, and the lower half of your body doesn't move at all, but the upper half twists to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward, without that right hip coming with you because the core is holding that effort. Maybe take another deep breath in and tighten the core again a little more. Yeah. And just notice that stability, that support from the side body, from the front abs. And we're going to explore just finding that in all of our motions today instead of letting the back bend muscles, your spinal extensors, do the work in rotation. Inhale, both arms lift right back up. Exhale, squeeze the core as you twist to the left. Breathe here. Both hips stay pointing forward. You can create a lot of effort here, even without doing a crunch. And then inhale, lift both of your arms up. Keep that core effort on the front body. And exhale, step your right foot, sweep your arms back too. And again, recension the core. All the effort there. Palms rotate out so your thumbs point back and shoulders open up. Bend the left knee a little deeper. Power up that right leg all the way back, all the way up to your hip. Squeeze the core, breathe in. Exhale, knee into chest. Twist your upper body to the right. Squeeze your core. Breathe in. Keep that central stability, all of your length, the width, the forward and back motion, but gathered in, supporting your center line, and then step your right foot back again. This time planting your right heel down, magnetizing your legs toward one another. Core fire, super strong. Breathe in. Squeeze your right butt, left knee dials out. And then exhale. Left leg begins to straighten as you reach your left arm forward. Again, we don't do it in a way that puffs the chest up and activates those back muscles, but we're creating length down both sides of your torso by finding that front body strength. Breathe in. And then exhale. Begin to rotate just your torso toward the left leg. Hold here. You have the option to put your hands behind your head too. Reactivate that squeeze of the core. Breathe in a deep breath. And then exhale, twist to the left even further. Strength of the core creating this twist. Don't overextend the legs. Cinch in your waist. Breathe in. And then exhale, slowly move all the way back to warrior two. Reverse warrior, right hand down, left arm lifts up as you breathe in deeply. And again, find support on the front side of the body instead of just letting a stretch and dump happen. The core to help lift you all the way up from the low part of the abdomen up through that left arm. Breathe in. And then exhale, slowly rotate up onto the tiptoes of the back foot as you squeeze your right butt. Both hands come down to the ground. Press your hands firmly down into the ground so much your shoulder blades spread apart, protract. And then from the low abdomen, squeeze the core, lift your pelvis up toward the ceiling as you begin to lift that left foot and step it all the way back. Downward facing dog. Lift up onto the tiptoes and then press your heels down. Tiptoes and then heels down. One more time up onto the tiptoes and slowly press your heels down toward the ground. And then gathering in from the lower abdomen first, so the low back starts to round a teeny bit as you squeeze the core. And then as your core activates all the way up toward the ribs, start to round forward, chin staying tucked until the very end of your plank pose where it lines up, where your head lines up with the shoulders instead of hanging down. Back of the head lifts a little bit. Squeeze your buns and your core very tightly. And don't let the hips lower before the shoulders as you slow lower. Shoulders gathering together and away from the ground as you lower down. Breathe in, baby cobra. Lift your hands, reach up toward the ceiling with your elbows. And then exhale, tuck your toes back under, hands plant down. Move to your downward facing dog. Look forward, take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, step or hop right to the top. Inhale, halfway lift up. Exhale, fold down. Breathe in, rise up, lift up your arms. Squeeze the buns for a moment. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms lift. And again, cinch in your core here, the whole front body. And then breathe in and relax. Let the arms lift up with a relaxed core. Notice what that feels like. And then again, exhale, strengthen that front body from the low part of the abdomen up to where it attaches around the ribs. Yet allow your shoulders to lift up. Breathe in. And then exhale, step your left foot and sweep your arms back. In a lunge here. Power up that back leg. Squeeze your core. Notice what that does for the pelvis. You could even relax and breathe in again and let it all kind of soften. Notice what shape your spine starts to make. And then again, cinch in the core. Bend that right knee deeply. Breathe. Rotate your palms outward. Breath in and breath out. Take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, stand all the way up, left knee into your chest, twist your torso to the left. Left knee, in a sense, pressing forward as you twist the torso with the strength from your core muscles, your abdominal muscles. Keep your eyes focused on one spot. And with your next exhale, steady core, step your left foot all the way back. Once you land the toes and stabilize, really coming from that core center and the left glute as well. Start to plant that left heel down, warrior two. Breathe in here and breathe out. Can you find a little more stability from your center? And hold that effort as you begin to straighten the right leg and reach the right hand forward. We don't want to lock out the right knee though. Left leg super powerful. Hands can reach out wider. You can bring them behind your head to press your head back in space and your elbows back a little bit to help kind of open up the shoulders and yet simultaneously say hello to your core as you begin to twist your torso toward your right leg. Not rounding forward, not arching the back, but finding this length in every direction for your torso. Right hip pulls back in space as you squeeze the core. And then with your next exhale, twist even further to the right. Breathe in here and breathe out. Inhale slowly. Move all the way back to warrior two with your legs magnetizing, the core squeezing. And find strength in your length as you lift that right arm up and find your reverse warrior. Left hand to the back leg. Little more front body. And then exhale, slowly roll up onto the tiptoes of the back foot as you bring both hands down to the ground. Hands press down, shoulders protract. And we're not just lifting the foot up right here, but you're gathering the core in and lifting your pelvis up toward the ceiling as you lift that left foot up and step it back. Breathe in, tiptoes. Exhale, press your heels down. Inhale, tiptoes again. Exhale, heels down. And again, gather from your core as you lift up on your tiptoes. Low back rounds first, then toward the mid. Shoulders shift forward as you lengthen all the way into your plank pose. Heels press back, legs squeeze. Core squeezes, hands press into the ground. And remember to just not let the shoulders round forward as you lower down everything together. inhale, baby cobra. And then exhale, down dog. Lift up high onto your tiptoes, step your feet a little wider apart. And then plant both heels down to the left side, a little side stretch. Press firmly into both hands. Breathe in deeply. And then back up onto the tiptoes. Plant the heels down to the right. Breathe in. Big side stretch on that left side. Breathe out. And then both knees plant down to the ground. Fingers spread wide, shifting the pressure toward the front part of your hands where those knuckles are at, the first knuckles, the base knuckles of your fingers. And then breathe in, shins pressed down, abdomen lowers toward the ground, cow pose. Exhale, tuck the chin in, round your spine, cat pose. And then just move a few times with your breath here. Add in any forward and back or side to side or even like a circular motion from the pelvis and the spine that you would like. You can look toward the right hip and stretch the left side out. Same thing, right side. But just move and breathe for a moment, allowing your pace of movement to be guided by the length of breath. And then as you're ready, sit back onto the heels. You want to keep moving the spine a little more. Keep moving the spine. You can have your toes tucked or untucked here. Gather your two sit bones a little closer to one another. Noticing your length of spine here, again with supported effort in your seat instead of just softening everything toward the floor. Backs of your hands press into the thighs, and head just lines up right over your pelvis. Deep breath in and deep breath out. Again, your two sit bones gathering closer together. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, let the air just go all the way out to that very last drop of air. Let your eyes open. Both hands gather together at your heart. Thank you, friends, so much for joining me this morning. The light in me honors the same in each of you. Namaste. And your cat.